I'll let the mirror be for now. Alright, just some mystery door, whatever. Jesus, my head. Alright, so I got one shoe.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor.
No, I mean my hand.
The tool back in after impact.
How did I fuck up my hand? Wait, what am I doing?
Something you've done before.
Assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Yeah, I should go get the shoe.
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Seems like your green snakeskin shoe is missing its partner. You should find it before you go venturing into the wild unknown. 2 shoes are better than 1. Unite them again. Sensible. Whatever happened to Guillaume Le Million, most likely, who, with his amber mane and sparkling teeth, beguiled the tattered remains of the nation? While you suffered and suffered, did he dematerialize in a cloud of cocaine dust? Or did he simply stand in the corner and melt into the slendering new lines of some starlit boîte de nuit? I probably butchered that. 20 years ago. Spare a thought for his great ass, too. Oh, wait. Maybe he became a police officer in Revachol West. Okay. So I'm gonna convince myself that I am him. Interesting. Let's get that going. So one thing I do understand is that the way this works is you get random inspirations or thoughts, and then you can gestate on them, and they're like perks, more or less. I got -1 logic for now, until I fully process this concept, but then I'll get a benefit, so it's an interesting idea. It's an attractive lady. I should get my my shoe before I talk to her. Something on the table. Some money. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. There it is. A gust of briny wind washes over you. Aha.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet. Like 2 baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
They may have lost some of their luster over the years, but these green crocodile leather shoes fit you perfectly. +1 composure because of the awesome watchtower heels, but -1 savoir-faire because the heels are ridiculously high. I mean, they're pretty fucking awesome though. Look at that. Holy shit. You can spin him? I didn't know that. Damn, those pants are sleek. Alright, I got my shoes. Little quick save. So we have, like, no health.
Hello, officer.
Hello.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
Wait, I know, I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer, right?
The young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement, a claim to official renown.
Officer is my stage name, right? I can see myself as a middling disco artist called The Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
Forgot to read that one out. But all this time. Anyway. And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Jesus, a 3%. I'm not even going to try. The expression. I don't think that would work. I mean, look at the expression down there. I mean, that exchange and those portraits alone tells you everything you need to know. Why don't I remember being a cop? Or anything else?
Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
I can relate to that. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
I should get going.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Oh shit, she's got a bit of swagger, doesn't she?
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Before you go, I have some questions for you.
Yes?
Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Hell yeah. Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
That's one hell of a fucking name right there. That's awesome. I like that.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about oh, the better.
Oh, as the cool kids call it, of course.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Or did I show her the empty case of the smallest church in St. Saëns?
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
He was super drunk, just fucking belting this heart out. Speaking of which, I'm gonna take another shot. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me.
Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Tell me, is it 51 right now?
It's 51.
What century?
The current century?
And that's what? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
Interesting. I hadn't encountered that in my previous sojourn into this game. Very interesting date format. How many centuries have there been then?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
What's so funny?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
Where exactly is here? Where am I?
You're in a hostel, sir.
No, where are we in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Revachol forever.
Forever and ever.
And ever, out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
What is it that they have against the police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Okay, you can go now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Oh shit. She left a nice long stub in the ashtray. Can I smoke that? No, I guess not.
The door is closed.
I'll leave her alone for now. Don't want to come on too strong. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Summer door closed for the winter. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
This goes well with a theory I'm developing. That I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course, they'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though.
Yeah, that's true.
The one upstairs is destroyed.
Shit.